that we recover. Let us go there outside here.
The second question. Why did it take long for you to come up with the study? Because South Sudanese outside, they were waiting. Why is the government not taking? Why is there no reports or anything like that?
First and foremost, there were a number of actors that were involved or were affected, a number of stakeholders that were affected. The miners that were mostly affected come from different communities. After the attacks, which happened at night, and also over the weekends. So these factors made it difficult for us to respond immediately. First, we wanted to gather correct information by getting in touch with the miners, the local command that was present in the area, the SSPDF command that was deployed in the area, the local authority from Omduruba administrative unit. We know Omduruba is an administrative area. It has its own chief administrator. So all these actors, all these stakeholders that were affected in one way or the other, we are to engage them, get accurate information from them. All right. So we took this time to make sure that we get the accurate information from those who were directly or indirectly affected. For instance, the initial reports indicated over 73 people were killed. But after the dust settled, some who ran into the bushes came back. So after getting lists from members of the community that were affected, mostly from Awil, Northern Barakazal State, which is Awil, then from Lakes and from Warab, the communities that were affected compiled lists of those who went missing. Then after they reported, that's when they revised the list. Then I have the list with me here. The list is of those who were killed, including their names, from SSPDF, from Northern Barakazal, from Lake States, and others. So that's the reason why it took long. But the good news is we took our time, and the outcome is very beautiful. It has disqualified the initial reports that we had lost 73. It also disqualified the other theories, the disinformation that was conducted, the misinformation that was deliberately also done. So with this accurate information, this is the best tool we can use. We took it. I came on air and I said that we're gathering correct information. And once that information is gathered, the proper one would come back, and this was exactly what we have done by coming back to SSPC. Because of time factor, I did not involve the other media updates. But as soon as I'm done with you, I'll go and email this to WhatsApp group so that the print media, radio stations also benefit from this.
Okay. Do you have an idea maybe to why they attacked this mining place?
That's a very good question. You know, this is not the first time for the rebels to attack areas that are rich in minerals. In 2022, 2023, in Gorom here, an area where some local mining was being done was attacked, and as a result, 9 people were killed. In Paya Hills here, that side of Lokono, in the previous years, in the last 4 years, we registered repeated attacks on people who are doing informal mining in the site. Paya Hills has also deposit. And if you rewind a little bit longer, some 5 years ago, we discovered that NAS in particular has been involving in illegal mining of minerals. They brought in machines that are meant for extracting gold. They extract it, they smuggle it out of the country, they sell it so that they sustain the war and they sustain their lavish lifestyles in the region. So this idea of mining gold illegally and killing people who are trying to benefit from the same business is a hallmark of NAS. And maybe SPLI borrowed it from them. Okay. So they are on record for being involved in illegal mining activities. You could see there was a covered report where the commander of SPLIO that was based in Greater Ye was reported doing illegal logging with a lot of trucks coming in illegally, especially to SPLIO control areas, where the commander was involved in illegal logging on a commercial scale. So logging would be done, foreign traders would enter their territories illegally, do the logging, load it on trucks, smuggle it out, get rebranded, and it's sold. if some of you could remember, there was a report on that. And some rebel commanders were shown on even international media platforms being accused of illegal logging. And that was the same illegal route that was used by the former journalist that was killed in Kaya. You know, this greater he is rich in this good Ashujar Betana mahogany, teak. You know, these are very good, high quality woods. When you take them out as logs, you pay a lot of money. So this was the reason why. They want to be the only beneficiaries. I was satisfied. So